Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
May I come in, sir?
Come in, please.
Yes.
Thank you. Good afternoon, sir.
Please take a seat.
Thank you, sir.
Ms. Nitisha Thakwani.
Yes, sir.
Briefly introduce yourself to us.
So my name is Nitisha Thakwani. I was born in Raipur, raised in Delhi. After engineering and MBA from IIM Kozhikode, I have worked with corporate sector for about 2 years. And now I'm currently with the Indian Railway Management Service. And in my free time, I like to play badminton and read books on self-development.
On self-defense.
Self-development.
Self-development.
Yes.
All right, thank God.
Yeah, Nitisha, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
You have done PE in instrumentation and control.
Yes, sir.
What does that mean? Is that mechanical engineering or something different from that?
So it's different from mechanical engineering. It essentially entails controlling, managing, and configuring a system that can control various physical variables. For example, a simple thermostat which controls the temperature can also be an instrument. It is also used in defense technologies, for example, to make a U-turn or to control the temperature, measure pressure.
In which sector has its use, like in industry? Which sector? Shipbuilding or space or automobile manufacture? Where?
So in all three it's used. For example, so in automobile, accelerometer to measure the speed of the car, the acceleration of the car, and the temperature of the automobile body. For that it is used. So in shipbuilding also it's used, and also in space sector.
Okay. So all these places.
Yes, sir.
But after this education, you were in management consulting firms.
Yes, sir.
Deloitte. So that means this education was meant for this management consulting or what? Like it has no use for you? Did it find use? And now you are in IRMS and trying to come to IAS.
Yes.
So why? Does this indicate that you are undecided about what you want to do? Because one thing you are living fully. It has no connection with the next. How do you explain this?
So I think that instrumentation and control has laid a strong foundation in me. I have learned the various aspects of how instruments work, which now I'm seeing the implementation in railways, in trains. Yes, sir. So for example, we had an opportunity to visit the control and command center of dedicated freight corridor. So they have an entire control system of remotely managing all the freight cargoes, trains. So that is the real...
You have not yet joined railways because where will it have use in the Indian Administrative Service? Please explain that.
So it can be used to improve governance. For example, sir, drone technology is...
Drone technology.
Yes.
Okay. Where are we using drones in administration?
So for example, in the Swamitva scheme, to have the aerial mapping of land and to provide land titles, there it is used, drone technology. And it's also being increasingly used in our defense mechanism for our sovereignty and territorial.
Does India produce its own drones?
So there are various startups which have come up who are producing drones, but we are also importing.
We have only got the news that Pakistan is using drones to drop drugs and arms in Haryana and Punjab. And we are not able to catch those drones or shoot those drones.
Yes, sir.
Why?
So drone is basically a new technology, and we are working towards intercepting those technologies. And we ourselves are promoting the development of drones, and we have also come up with drone rules.
Drone rules.
Drone rules. Rules. For example, sir, which category of drones can be allowed in which airspace, and to protect our airspace, we have designed a certain rules so as to properly regulate our defense mechanism.
Do you think after seeing the effectiveness of drones in the Russia-Ukraine war, we should have jumped on production of new varieties of drones, to arm our Air Force? We have not done that, We are still very far from that.
Yes, so it's a learning lesson for us how Ukraine, being a smaller country than Russia, was able to defend itself very fiercely because of the drones it had invested in. So, because of the innovation, they were able to tackle drones able to tackle Russia and take Russia head on. So, it's a learning lesson for us, and we should also invest and innovate as far as drone technology is concerned.
Now, just explain 5 uses of drones in different social sector. For example, starting agricultural sector, in what ways drones can be used?
So in agriculture sector, for example, spraying of fertilizers,
Yes.
for that we can use drones.
Yes.
And so for also maybe for seed distribution to farmers.
Just one sec. Now, is fertilizer ruining our agriculture? What is your view? Do we have too much of fertilizers in agriculture and we should do away with fertilizers?
So overuse of fertilizer is definitely ruining our agriculture sector. Particularly the overuse of urea because of the differential subsidy that the government provides. So definitely there should be some change so as to control the usage of drones. Usage of fertilizer. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it is fine. Go ahead. So that indicates that we can't have one policy in isolation.
Yes.
Is that right? We need to have combination of policies. No, we need to have testing of the soil to find out what is required for soil first.
Yes. Yes.
So that is one use of drone. Okay, fertilizers. What other use?
So in talking about agriculture sector only, we can use drone for distribution of essential items such as seeds to farmers, especially in remote locations. So for that also drone can be used. Thirdly, so it can be used in aerial mapping of land to provide conclusive land titles that will reduce the land disputes. For that also it can be used. Yes, I can think of these applications.
Okay, can we use these kind of transportation modes for delivering, like under NFSA, National Food Security Law, like we have to deliver food grains to remote places? Can these drones be used?
Yes, sir. We can use these drones to deliver essential items like food grains in remote areas.
No, whether it will be cheaper that way or by road routes.
So by roads, it might not be feasible always, especially to inaccessible routes where roads are not available. So for that, we need drones, even though it might be a little costlier. But for improving accessibility.
So your education in instrumentation can help to develop different varieties of drones, or at least monitor their development.
Yes.
Very good. Thank you. Thank you. All the best.
Thanks.
Nitisha,
Yes, sir.
good. During the last 2 months, we have witnessed global political and economic scenario or structure is under strain. What is your take on this? I want very short and crisp answer, no details and all these things. What is your take on this?
So indeed, the global political and economic order is going through an intense intense transition period. So we have a rising power that is being challenged. There are coming up of new global powers who are reshaping the entire rule-based world order. So for that, volatility and uncertainty has risen to a large extent. And countries are now moving towards having bilateral trades to reduce the impact of these changes which are taking place.
But you said rule-based order.
Yes.
Is there any rule-based order?
So, for example, the rules set by the WTO, they had...
WTO is defunct. Forget WTO. Forget WTO. I said political and economic. There is no rule. Trump is in the morning imposing some tariff, in the evening reducing it, next day morning he is delaying it. isn't it? Similarly, politically, Russia-Ukraine war is finished, deal done and dusted. Next day in the morning, Trump says something, Putin says something, Zelensky says something. So, NATO is saying something. So, there is no rule.
Sir, particularly talking about Trump, he is using tariff.
I said global. Don't concentrate on Trump.
So just to take an example of Trump administration, so he is using tariff as a tool of arm twisting and a coercive diplomacy. So he is focusing on making America great again by imposing tariff and also trying to get what he wants. For example, he's pressurizing.
Anyway, let's change the topic because I didn't get the answer. I wondered what is the global and political structure is changing. What is your take on this? Yes, it is taking shape. It is changing globally, okay, politically and economically. New centers of power are arising, and a new world order will be taking shape. China, Russia, India is also a player, Global South as a group. So new world order will take shape. Matter ended. That's why I told you I want a crisp answer. Isn't it? Do you agree with me? Trump, this, that, question doesn't arise. Okay, what do you think that the effect of trade war will be? Again, short, simple answer. Will it be good for the world economy? Will it strengthen national industries, or it will not? Given the present global economic scenario.
So in the short to medium term, I believe that a trade war will have a little negative impact. For example, USA is eyeing towards a recession because of imposing of high tariffs, which will lead to rising rates of the items, the domestic items. And secondly, inflation would also be on a rise, especially in USA, because...
Don't take any example. USA is not a standard example. India is also there. Brazil is also there. China's economy is down during the last 2 months of the year, as per the reports of the last 2 months. So please do not focus your question on US only. US is not the world. Isn't it? US is not the world.
Right, sir. So I feel that trade war would have, like in the short to medium term, it will have a negative impact.
Yes.
But countries are trying to reshape their policies. For example, India is also moving towards having stronger bilateral trade agreements.
Don't give examples. Whenever you give questions, ask questions, don't give examples. Stick to this. Okay. You said yes in the short term. In the short term, there will be, but because of the global chain disruption and global chain. However, new supply chain will be developed globally. In global South, we can have our own free trade agreements, and global South chain can be, supply chain can be reworked or repatterned. Isn't it? Short, don't give examples. Ask question, just answers. Now, specific, India specific. What would be the effect? You must have read in the newspaper that Trump yesterday has imposed India's yesterday, India's day before yesterday, America's yesterday, the 25% tariff on Indian automobile. Okay. what would be the effect? Any idea of Indian automobile? Indian automobile has got two sectors, two subsectors rather, cars and auto parts. What would be, very shortly, car will be impacted more or auto spare parts?
So auto spare part would be impacted more.
Okay, fine.
Nitisha, what does your name mean? I thought maybe it's a combination of your parents' name, but it's not so. So what
No,
does
sir.
it mean?
So it comes from two words, Niti plus Shah. Niti means policy making and Shah is expert at something. So
All
someone
right.
who's expert at policy making.
Okay. Asking you a very generic question. You are a Sindhi.
Yes. Sir.
You have high business acumen as a people. Our Honorable Prime Minister has forever said that I am a Gujarati and Gujaratis have very sound business sense. Right?
Yes, sir.
So do Marwaris. They go anywhere, Calcutta, here, there. And of course, Jews. What is it that's common to the four? Why do they have such strong business acumen? They succeed where others fail. I'm not including the Chettiars and so on and so forth, right? I'm just focusing on these four. There's a commonality. So tell me what it is.
So I'm not sure, but may I take a guess? Sir? So I think it is how, for example, talking about Sindhis particularly, we had large areas of land, and how to develop those land, how to reap and maximize the benefit out of those land was something which was a survival instinct back
Very
in that
good.
time.
You have answered precisely what I wanted. The more stressed a community is, the harder they get used to working for
Yes.
success. And that carries on. Even if they are prosperous, they'll want to be more prosperous.
Right.
That's exactly how it works. Okay, tell me, how is it that, okay, let me ask you something very basic. House khas is where you live.
Yes. Sir.
What is house khas?
So it translates into royal water tank, which was built back.
Where exactly is it?
So it is it is near the Green Park area, Green Park area.
So it's on that other side where it is house khas enclave.
Yes, sir.
This is original house khas and that was house khas enclave.
Horse Enclave, yes. Sir.
All right. Tell me, just when you come from there to the main market, on your right side there used to be a coffee shop. Now it's an Italian restaurant. And if you turn right towards the Nili Masjid, there is Blue Tokai.
Yes, sir.
That within 3 years, it has changed hands twice. So my answer is not to quiz you about the coffee.
Okay.
I'm asking you, why is it that in Delhi, the turnover of restaurants is so high? Does it signify that people's, I don't know, does it mean that the business is not doing well? What does it signify to you? We say that if a restaurant survives for 8 months, either it does well or it has to go out of business. Why? What is it about Delhiites?
So this is my personal observation.
You are expected to give your personal observation.
So I see a lot of small cafes that are sprawling up, especially in Delhi. And these are very cost effective, the new shops which are coming up. And youngsters, the youth, they are more inclined towards trying new shops which are
Very good.
more pocket friendly. So they want to explore and do coffee hopping or cafe hopping as it's called.
If you were to actually go into these restaurants, the rates are comparing well with some 4-star restaurants, if not 5-star hotels.
Yes, sir.
Telling you what?
That the buying capacity of Delhiites is
Excellent.
increasing.
Excellent. Now tell me, SFS.
Yes, sir.
What is this SFS scheme of the DDA or any other development authority? How does it differ? How many kinds of schemes can you tell me about?
So I'm aware of SFS. I'll read about the other schemes. So it is initially the demand for such flats was low. So to incentivize the buyers, a subsidized plan was set up so as to attract the buyers, and there was flexibility as far as payment mechanism was concerned.
So what can you tell me about freehold, leasehold, license, SFS?
So I will have to read about it.
Please
so
do.
I'll do.
Okay. Civil lines. Somewhere in your CV, I read that word. Civil lines. Why is it called civil lines?
So it was the area where the British officials used to live, and these were the posh areas located to the capital of cities. So
As opposed to, why is it called civil? The rest is uncivil.
so civil because the British officials used to live there.
Civil as opposed to, when I ask,
Okay.
as opposed to military,
Military. Yes. Sir.
wherever civil officials used to live.
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
All right. End of your interview.
Thank you.
You're an excellent candidate. You're already in IRMS, so I don't have to tell you what all you have to generally study. Just study it harder. Couple of things. If you have an answer,
Yes. Sir.
you know the answer, and you have 4 points stretching into 30 seconds, 4 specific points to mention. Pick up the one which is most important to deliver first.
Right. Sir.
I was waiting for that drones wala. The most important part is not spraying and all that. Most important part is the Swamitva scheme. You brought it at point
At
number
the
3.
end. Yes.
Right? This is my specific advice to you.
Okay.
The first 10 seconds are the most important part of your response, and they should directly impact the question. Don't give all your knowledge. Don't give examples.
Right.
The effort is that in the first 3 sentences, you must convince the member asking the question that you're not only aware of the subject, you're able to understand the question, you're able to address it after crisping it down to 10 seconds.
10 seconds. Right.
Once, which means you have rearranged your response to specifically address that.
Understood.
That gives you the bullseye.
Right. Sir.
Okay, that's all I have to say. Excellent candidate. I see no reason why you shouldn't get where you want to, but just tune and make it more.
The idea is that this discussion is not a kind of reply to a written question, no written reply. No. This is personality test, either some analysis or giving your views or information directly. So time should not be wasted to get the correct, most suitable response. That is it.
You see, that's why I say I like the thing about which you said about food ka, which is completely way out. Right? And you just came to the point. That's how I want you to come to the point straight away.
Okay.
That's the thing. All right, all the best.
Thank
You
you.
see, I at the onset, I told you I want crisp answer. You started giving examples. Okay. Just stick to the points. 1, 2, 3 bullet points. You are a science student. Bullet points. 1, 2, 3 matter ends. Okay. When I ask globally, why you are focusing on US? Because US is in the news.
That's in the subconscious.
Isn't it? Listen, please. You are already in the cadre. Please listen to the, if you are, because you know, as you are in cadre, it goes against you because the bar will be raised higher. Right or wrong, you tell me? The board will not ask you the questions which they generally do not ask a fresher. You are already in service. So they know that you have got a level. So they will raise the bar. So when they will raise the bar, you are also expected to, we will also expect you to answer more crisply. That is the reason I told you that I want crisp answers. Not examples, these, that, no. Just to the point, bullet point, A, B, C, D, E. Okay?
So
As I said, just 1 second, sorry for interruption. See, that's the purpose. You give the dhamakedar answer. Uske baad, if the member wants to engage you, then they will say, how do you say this? But isn't it this? Then you carry on with why you're,
examples. Okay.
right? That's how it processes. In a written format, I'll just take 10 seconds for this. Just in a written format, you start with an introduction, preface, point number 1, 2, 3, and fourth point, you deliver the punch in the end because a person is able to read up and down. Here you have to deliver right in the beginning.
Understood.
Okay? That's it.
Because that is deductive. And here it is inductive. The moment you say that, okay, auto spare parts will be affected more than the automobile, I stopped it. I didn't ask you the further question.
Same thing about my Sindhi Gujarati wala. You gave bang on answer.
We will not go further.
Ho gaya. So try for that. Okay? All right.
So just
Thank you
one
so much.
question.
Yeah, sure. Go
So
on.
like the question which you asked was very broad, so it was very difficult for me to summarize and crisply answer. So how
Broad question. That's why I told you that the bar will be raised. Broad question. Global political and economic structure is being changed during the last 2 months. Okay. Simple answer. Think of it. That new powers, political and economic powers, are on the horizon. Okay. They are organizing themselves in response to the changes and trying to bring reform the existing world order, reform the chaos, and bring an order. Matter ended. So if there is a general question, broad general question, you give a broad general answer. Isn't it? You understand that? Am I clear? Yes. Do you agree with me? Yes.
Seek permission of the person asking. Sir, may I take a few seconds?
Okay.
The kind of questions we are asking, you cannot have a pat answer. So you take your time. Take a few seconds, structure your thoughts, and then go. All right? All the best.
And so just
Please, as many as you can.
one question. So like I have joined IRMS, so I'm expecting a few questions on railways. So what are the general questions which may come to your mind which I am expected to know about railways?
No, you have not joined. So get out of it. You have not joined. Are you on training? Are you on probation?
Yes, I'm undergoing training right now.
Undergoing. Then you expect some question.
So what can be some questions which may come to your mind?
You don't know. Whatever your training schedule is. Whatever you know, you say, yes, I have learned this. Whatever else you say, sir, I have yet to learn.
Have you been to a communication center?
Yes, sir, one I have been to.
They may ask you.
questions like number of zones and trains, new trains, Vande Bharat or bullet train. You won't be asked these, generally.
These are the
So your
simple
DAF
questions.
it has hundreds of questions, and any one single question can take your full time of interview. That is also possible. Therefore, it is very open-ended, and it is certainly not the test of your knowledge, which is already taken. So it is a test of how you handle, a situation, an issue. Okay.
And please do not get trapped. Don't open flanks. Be very crisp. Because otherwise, the moment his time will be over, I will pick up from the same point. Isn't it? And it will be a mess. Don't
All the best.
All the best.
Exactly.
You will be there.
One of my friends from IRMS only, she was asked this question that what is the difference between Vande Bharat train engine and the Scorpion class submarine?
Look, there can't be general examples, so don't go by those examples. No, this is catching your mind and you will spoil your interview. You should be going with very free mind.
Don't. My advice, as he's saying, don't think that you will have a question bank.
Don't preconceive,
Nahi aata, move
I
on.
can say no if I don't.
Yeah. 2, 4, 5 questions you can say no. Sorry, I have not learned it.
You're not supposed to learn each and every single.
But what you are supposed to know, you must know. Okay? All the best. We have to see you there.
All the
Thank you,
best.
sir. Thank you.
See, offhand, Scorpion is the best of its class. Vande Bharat is the best of its class.
Right.
It has speed, it has certain maneuverability, it has certain thing. So think of something. You say that, may I take a guess? I have no idea. But may I take a guess?
Yes.
2-4 चीजें बोल दो. उसके बाद मुझे नहीं आता. You shouldn't be totally, ruffled at all.
Yes.
You should not be concerned. 2-4 सवाल नहीं आते.
And be particular about the kind of sarees you are wearing.
Yes.
the brand, whether it has got a GI tags, this, that, be particular about these things.
Just to make you a little more this thing, you're wearing some gold. So what is the price of gold today? Anything.
Anything. All the best. Thank you. Thank you.